guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna talk about what if Deku had Venom, well, had Venom part one, and so I'm gonna start at the very beginning when he was born. Not when he was born, but like when he's about to turn 4. That's usually when they go to the doctor to check if they get their quirks yet or not. So it's the day of his birthday. No, the day before. He's like he's about to go to sleep. He can't sleep. He can't sleep. He can't sleep whatsoever. And he's like, I just wonder what my quirk is gonna be. And like, an asteroid, it crashes right next to Deku's. We're not far from Deku's window, like the backyard. Deku's window. We're like right there, right next to each other. Not far. And asteroid lands, but like I'm trying to make it sound like it was slick, so I'm gonna say that the asteroid, it doesn't make that much noise. So like it makes a boom, but like it's like a quiet like boom. Like it's like it just scrapes the ground. So when so Venom comes out the asteroid and he sees a house, and then he just climbs up the house, and then he sees like a little kid. He got green hair, and then you already know who he is. And and uh and uh and so Deku, he not Deku, Venom, he goes into Deku. He doesn't know who Deku is, but he's going into Deku. And like not like invades Deku's dream, but like he kind of like just goes into Deku. And so he goes to Deku like he's in a dream, like, and then like there's like black ooze that comes in his dream, and then he's like, yo, what is this? And then Venom, he comes out, he's like, I am Venom, and you are my prisoner. Say that. I love how I do that. And you are a perfect host, we can say. And so then Deku's like, who are you? I was like, I am Venom. And you, who are you? He's like, my name is Izuku Midoriya. And Venom, he's all like, okay, Izuku Midoriya. I don't know why I said it so slowly like that. I think I had to channel my deep dark voice. But anyways, Izuku asks like what are you doing? He's like, I am Venom and I need a host. Like he needs a host because he can't live without a host. He can't live without a host, right? Like he needs a host or he will die. And he said that to Deku. Deku's like, oh, and he's like, so what do you want from me? Is like, I want nothing from you. I just want to live. But depending on what you want to do, I'll try to align what I want to do with yours. Deku's like, I want to be the best number one hero. I want to be like All Might, maybe even stronger than him himself. And then he's like, okay, if you want to do that, let me just infuse me with you, so that by the time you wake up, cause like I said, it's nighttime. It's like probably like midnight right now by the time this whole thing is going down. And he like, okay, so he could be, and then Deku, he wakes up in the morning. He's like all hyped and stuff because like he never felt like he's hyped but never this hyped. So he's like Deku wakes up in the morning, and his mom calls him down. They surprise him with happy birthday, and he's like, thank you. He's like, when am I gonna go to the doctor? Because he's hyped right now. Because like he didn't tell nothing about Venom. He said nothing about Venom to them. Because like he promised Venom that he'll keep it under wraps. I didn't really go into details of what they were talking about all night long. They didn't talk all night long, but like at least let Deku sleep. But like he kind of just told them like a little bit about like what he has to do for him, and like to not say nothing about him. Like he could just be like, he says that like Deku explained to him that in this world there's quirks, and you could be considered a quirk So I'm not gonna say you're like a whole like you could be a whole sentient being, like a whole other being, but like you're gonna be considered a quirk. And I know in the movie, Venom he hates being called a parasite. So I'm gonna let you guys, if you guys want it to be like an Eddie and a Venom relationship, where like instead of Venom being hates being called a parasite, Venom hates being called a quirk. If you guys want that, tell me in the comments below. So I think that would bring some like great kind of like, it would kind of be like, I kind of feel like that would be good. So I mean, I'm just gonna say that he's gonna be like quirks. What are quirks? It's like quirks are like superpowers that people technically have, and like he starts getting a little mad over that because he doesn't want to be used as a superpower. He wants to be used as a sentient being. Like he wants to be used for a good purpose. Like he knows he is, but like he doesn't like being called or slash dubbed a quirk. He'd rather be dubbed a symbiote than a quirk. So he's like, so he says, Deku, look, you can call me a quirk, but like, don't say it to the point where that it annoys me. And Deku's like, all right, I'll do that. And then Deku, he goes like, now back to present. Deku's parents, they're like, yo, happy birthday, and then Deku's excited to get his quirk, like even though he knows he already had a quirk, like a so-called quirk of his, and he's hype, he's excited, and I'm gonna say he go like his dad's gonna pick him up, like he's gonna take him to quirk doctor, but first he's going to like, I'm gonna say that he has his appointment at 4:50, and ironically it's 4:40 as of the time of the recording right now, so it's kind of ironic, 4:50. So I'm gonna say that so Deku he goes to the playground with Bakugo and his goons, and then he goes, and then like they're like chill, like Deku doesn't know that Bakugo has a quirk yet. Like Bakugo knows he has a quirk, but he didn't show Deku his quirk yet. And like they start playing around and stuff, and I must say who Deku, I must say that he's going to meet Momo. Well, he doesn't know it's Momo, but I'm just gonna say that you guys know who I'm talking about. Like they meet Momo, like they're walking around the woods and stuff, and like they see her like creating stuff coming out of her hands. I'm gonna say it's like a doll in a dollhouse that she's trying to create right now, and and then Deku and Bakugo and his goons, they see her, and then Bakugo walks up to her. She's like, yo, what is this? Like, yo, it's just like, yo, what is this, bro? What are you making, bro? And then Momo's like, well, it's my quirk. And Bakugo's like, what? Your quirk is to make dolls and doll houses. Is that your quirk? And then Momo's like, no, it's a creation quirk. But it's technically the only thing I know how to make, cause like she explains her creation quirk most of me, and I think you guys have watched the series long enough to know that Momo's quirk, she needs to think about the materials, and to make the materials that she's making. That's the only reason. Like she probably only knows the materials of those things, and that's it. And then Deku, he comes up like he's about to explode her, right? I'm gonna say that Bakugo's explosion is not really fire, because usually it's mostly sweat and some other material that makes explosions. Explosions that like, I'm gonna say that Venom in this universe, he's immune to some fire, but not all kind of fire. Like if he went up against Todoroki, he might have a disadvantage. But if it's Bakugo or someone else, I mean like Todoroki or Endeavor, one of those two people that have like fire quirk, like actual fire quirks, not like stuff that you have to do to make it fire, like explosives that won't hurt him, but like actual fire, like that will hurt him. So I just want to get that out the way so y'all know what I'm talking about. And so Bakugo, he explodes he tries to explode it, and then Deku, he runs up and stops it, and then like he gets burn marks, but like they see it and then it disappears, and then like Bakugo's like, yo, I think you got your quirk, but like yeah, Sorry about that. That was my annoying ass brother, my annoying ass mom, and that was my another annoying ass brother, and now back to the story. So Deku, she stops Bobo. Like Bobo sees the birds, but like it disappears. It disappears completely, and then Venom appears, but he's not gonna be like big and bulky. Like he's not gonna be as big as like the Venom. Like I'll show you on the screen what Venom looks like in the movie, like how big he is in the movie. And so Momo. Okay, so Momo's like she's kind of like scared for him, but not like really, because he doesn't know him. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know him, but like he that's my another annoying ass brother. Sorry, that's the same annoying ass brother. He keeps doing random crap. So so Bubba, she's kind of scared for him, not really, but like still kind of scared, like he worries for her, like for him, and okay, so Bobo, she worries for Deku, and Deku, she's like, I'm okay, and like Bakugo, he sees that the birds that Deku had is starting to go away, and then the birds that went away, it went to Deku's regular skin, and then black goo starts going around him. And I'm gonna just say that he's not gonna be the hulking bulk. Actually, yeah, he's gonna be the hulking bulking Deku. That I mean Venom that you see in the movie. I'm gonna show picture 3, 2, 1, and hopefully that it's put on there, because I know I'm lazy as crap right now. Eventually, Venom and Deku figure out how to make like a skin tight like suit, like so it's like like not like big and bulky, but like attack, like it looks like he has a normal body, not like big, like 6 feet tall. I don't know how tall Deku is when he was like 3, but he's probably like 2 feet tall, so maybe like I'm gonna say he's gonna be 4 feet tall by the time, like if he was like 2 feet tall, if he was 3, he was 2 feet tall, I'm gonna say that he's gonna be 4 feet tall. If he was 3 feet tall when he was 3, he's gonna be 6 feet tall. Like if he was in Venom form and he had like the big Hulk and Boken thing, and so he transforms, and Bakugo, he's kind of like crapping in his shorts a little bit, cause like he never expected Deku to do that, to be honest, cause he calls him Deku for a reason. He thought he was useless. And like he thought he would never have a more flashy quirk than him. I mean, instead of getting a flashy quirk, he gets like a quirk. But it's not scary. Like the reason why Venom is kind of like villainous is because, well, he had Deadpool who invaded him first, and then so did Eddie Brock. So both of them, they made him. That's what made Venom like an anti-hero. But in this timeline, Venom never met any of them, and we're not in the Marvel universe, so obviously he's not going to be as evil. He's gonna be like kind of heroic, but he's like he still has the fangs and everything and stuff like that. And so Bakugo, he's like, I want to fight you, but like I don't want to at the same time, because he looks scary. Because like, okay, I'm gonna put a picture of his face in the movie, but like, tell me you don't want to fight this man, bro. Like if you're ballsy enough to actually fight him, then you must be an idiot, bro. Cause like, come on now, who really would want to do that? Like, I mean, unless you're an idiot and a dumb, then maybe you might, or a dumbass, you could probably do that. But like, if you were smart, you probably wouldn't. So I'm gonna say Deku, he saves Momo, and then his father, Deku's father, he's trying to find Deku, and he finds him, but like he calls out his name, because he sees like Bakugo and the rest of them, and then there's a girl, but then he's like a like big black guy with like fangs and like milky milky eyes. So like he's kind of scared. Did this man eat him or something? And he shouts out Deku, and then he kind of like he does like that thing where he puts his fingers in between like Bakugo and one of his goons, and he like pushes him to the side, and like he like just goes like he goes like boom boom. He pushes him aside, and then he runs to his dad, and then his dad he's his dad he's kind of scared, but not really because he has a quirk. He can breathe fire, and that's probably his weakness, fire. So if so Deku he stops real quick because he knows because Venom told him his weaknesses, his strengths, and everything, and then he's about to breathe it, and Deku's like stop right there, buddy, and then he unmasks himself, and then he shows up, and then his dad's like, wait, so you got a quirk? And then he's like, yeah, I got a quirk. And then he's like, are we gonna go to the quirk doctor soon? He's like, well, yeah, it's actually almost 5, and we're supposed to be there by 5:10. I said 5:40, 4:50. I kind of wasted too much time, so I'm gonna say 5:05 to get there. But I'm not gonna actually do it by actual time, so it don't matter. He gets there, they get there, all that stuff. You get to quirk, like they say he's quirkless because the symbiote isn't really a quirk, but Deku was calling it a quirk, so that it seems he has a quirk, but it's not really a quirk. It's a symbiote. Just will put that out there. And fast forward at the middle school, he's about to get attacked by a sludge villain, and I mean that and Venom. I'm gonna say throughout most of Venom staying with Deku, he's gonna be like because like Deku's father's not gonna always be there. So whenever Deku's father isn't gonna be there, Venom's gonna replace Deku's father. Not like physically, because mom thinks like it's a quirk, not an actual person, or like a symbiote. So he's gonna be like a father figure to Deku. Not all the time, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then and then Slash Villain attacks Venom. Deku transforms to Venom. Like he sees the sludge villain, and then he's like mask, and like Deku he's like mask, and then villain's like Venom he's like copy, and then and then transforms, and then the sludge villain's like what the hell is that thing, and then he starts attacking it. I don't know why, and then he attacks it, and then Venom he's like, and then he looks at he can just punch her, like he just pokes him in the eye, like he does that, he just like he takes 2 fingers, right? And then he like sharpens him a little bit, and then he goes like the sludge villain rush straight to him. He has 2 fingers down like this, and then the sludge villain he's about to attack, and then Deku with his 2 fingers pointed out, he goes straight for the sludge villain's eyes, and then like the villain's like like you know when Deku like he throws the book bag at the sludge villain. It's like that, except he uses his 2 fingers, and it's not his fingers, it's Venom's. But like he's still controlling it, so he's the one doing all this. And All Might comes in and like he blows him away, like finishing the job, just finishing it. Like he has to, like since he gave him the time, he finished it. Venom, he's like, who are you, sir? And then All Might's like, you don't know me, and it's like, and then in like the movie where like Venom he's able to like remove half his mask and show like Eddie. It's like that. So like Deku's like, yeah, I know you All Might, but I don't think Venom knows. And then he's like, who's Venom? Oh, he's my court. And like he comes, he like he's mad a little bit, so he goes into his body, and he speaks to Deku in his head. He's like, Deku, what did I tell you? Don't call me a quirk. And I was like, but it's the term of endearment. That's all. And he's like, apologize. He's like, not right now. I gotta talk to All Might real quick. He's like, all right, you better owe me an apology. And then like Deku, he talks to All Might, and then he's like, yeah, that was my quirk, and so it's good to see you. And he's like, yeah, and like he helps him collect the sludge villain, and then he's like, can I get your autograph, because this term of events he didn't get knocked out like he did in the anime. So he asked for an autograph. He's like, yeah, sure. And he asked him what his quirk is. He says his quirk is Venom, and he's able to turn into that black blue thing that you just saw just a couple of minutes ago. And then he's like, yes, okay. And then he asked, can I become a hero with this kind of quirk? He's like, I mean, yeah, you could. Can I be the number 1 hero? Okay, that depends. Like, if you trade your quirk more, maybe you might become number 1 hero. But as of right now, you can't. You can't obviously because you don't even have your license to be a hero. So you can't do this, and this. But once you get your license, you can probably become a hero. Probably the top five hero. But like as of right now, you could be top five hero. But if you trade more and you get your license, you might be like top two, and probably even number one, even better than me if you try hard enough. And Deku was like, yeah, I appreciate that. And then Deku he goes, Deku leaves, and like that like Bulma he's thinking about a successor. Like at this point, he's been looking for a successor for a couple of months now. So he's thinking that Deku should be the successor. And like the sludge villain, like he's got too much into thought that he didn't even feel the sludge villain jumping out of his pockets. So it fell out. And then like he's thinking in his head, think, more. And then he like you hear like same thing as anime, explosion, boom. And then both Deku and All Might hear this. And then like I wanna go check it out. In this survey, there's actual flames, but there's explosions. So explosions won't hurt Venom, like I said, but the fire will. Not it won't hurt to put it will kill him. It'll like just burn him a little bit, but like it will hurt him a lot. Because if you see the movie, he does survive and explode like he does survive fire, but he still gets hurt after a while. And so then Deku he runs in the fire, like he's in his regular form, because Venom he's still kind of scared to come out, and then like the heroes are like trying to stop him and stuff, but then like right as he gets near the fire, that's what like right as he gets close to the sludge villain, he transforms. And then he's like, you again? And then he does the same thing that he did the first time. He pokes around the eye. And but he sucks it more deeper this time. He doesn't do like a quick, like he doesn't go quick, like, and then, but like, he makes sure it goes deep, because like, he's hurting his friend. Like, the first time, he didn't care. But like, this time he's hurting someone that he knows, like, from all his life. So like, he does like, he goes deep, but then like he lets go, like it pulls Bakugo out. And he tries to do what All Might does. He does it, but like it doesn't do as much. And then like All Might, he comes in, he like the fire, like he got like once he did it, he got like he didn't get slapped, but like he got like he went through the sludge and then he fell into the fire. And then Venom, he's trying to like say that get up. But like Deku, he's not really knocked out, but he's like hurt. So he tries to get up, and then like the sludge villain's about to attack Deku, and then All Might blocks it. The same thing in the anime, except it's the other way around. The sludge villain is going like the sludge is going towards the people this time, not the other way around. So I mean, but Lady's also there, so she kind of guards the people a little bit more. Like she doesn't use one arm; she uses both her arms. Probably even her head a little bit, like she does this with like her hair is facing that way, and so like All Might punches it, like it boom, Detroit Smash or Delaware Smash, whatever that smash was, then finishes the villain off, and All Might is like yeah, like he stops the villain when he's like Deku's a true hero today, like they add like. Vita swarms All Might. They swarm Deku too, but like Deku, he's quick to escape because he's not quick to escape, but like he's not as famous as the number one hero All Might. So of course they would talk to him a little bit, then leave, and then that's when Deku would leave, and then All Might would see Deku leave, and then then Deku he's like All Might meets Deku, and then Deku and he also asks Deku pops out the question, hey, do you? Well, I have my quirk, one for all. And then Deku, he accepts it. And that's how I'm going to leave off today, guys. And see you in the next part. And, well, now you know Deku gets one for all and all that stuff. But I'll see you in the next video. And peace.